Hey guys, CholeraSC here, and after hearing many of your requests and demands, I've decided to post up some commentaries of games that I've actually played, and this is of course a first for me if you've been following my channel. I guess this game will be the first in a series of Cholera's home games, where I show you some silly and poorly played games that I've played in the past, usually with sc2gg.com people. This is against Psionic Best, otherwise known as PsyonicReaver, another commentator, of course, at sc2gg.com, and he's playing off race here. As a Terran player, I believe his main race is Protoss, of course, and we were making jokes that this was right before July and Best played in the OSL, and we were playing Zerg versus Protoss on some of the maps that were possible, and he was basically just dominating me in every game. So I was just like, all right, screw this, let's play something else. And this is on an ancient Blizzard map, Rivalry, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with. I certainly was not familiar with this. It looks kind of funky. It has a natural expansion with all of 5 mineral patches and no gas. I guess it's connected by a bunch of land bridges. Anyway, so PsyonicReaver is spawning in yellow at this lower right corner, and I am the Zerg player here in orange at the upper right, CholeraSC, or Cholera here. Yeah, so basically, I guess I'll be doing a couple of games here, humorous games usually. And by the way, just to give you guys warnings, these games are by no means educational. In fact, I often would recommend that you guys don't do what I do. And looks like I actually get lost trying to find the natural expansion. Like I said, I've never played this map before, and coming back to think about it, expanding was probably a terrible idea given that it has no gas. It's like the map Horangdo has no gas, and it basically is just not worth the danger, especially because there are two bridges leading towards this natural expansion. Meanwhile, Psy has gone for double racks in his base, so he is definitely sticking to a one base strategy. He actually has played this old school map before, so he knows there's pretty much no worth in getting a fast expand out, and so he's going to be going for a quick medic marine push here probably. I've got my standard 12 hatch spawning pool, and as I realized that my natural expansion doesn't have gas, and that really there's not a lot of patches here, I decided to go for a 2 hatchery build here, a fast tech build, instead of getting that 3rd hatchery down. So I get my spawning pool at 11, and it looks like I get my extractor right afterwards. So I'm going to be going for some fast tech here, probably speed upgrade, followed by a lair and maybe mutalisks or hydralisks of some sort. Looks like Sai has gotten a scout on my base. Meanwhile, I don't believe I've gotten a scout on his base. Looks like I scouted in the wrong direction first, and now I'm finally getting my overlord over there. Zerglings are out for me. Meanwhile, Sai has already gotten, I believe he went for a 10 barracks. He's already gotten 3 Marines on his choke point here, so there's no way I'm really going to be able to get up into his base at all. I'm just going to probably use these Zerglings to scout a bit. Looks like I've gone for a fast lair here. Probably with my first 100 gas, I've put down my lair. And by the way, just to go with the warnings and disclaimers, I've never played competitively at all in my life. I've never played on IC Cup or, in fact, in any tournament of any sort. And I bought the game back in 1999 when it was $50 with Battle Chest, and I played for 2 or 3 years, and then I went to college and then didn't play until about November of last year. I started up again, and I was a complete noob. And pretty much I've just been playing on Battle.net, friendly games, a lot of 2v2 games. I think my theoretical knowledge, of course, is much better than my actual ability to control things. And it looks like Psionic has gone for a fast Marine Rush here in my natural expansion. I, of course, have not expected this. Meanwhile, I've got some of the worst Zergling control in the world. I'm at his main base here with 5 lings. I managed to sneak in when he left the base, but his SCVs are probably going to kill all of my Zerglings with my absolute lack of control. It looks like my creep colony, I looks like I canceled my creep colony. Psionic is going to take down my natural expansion. There's almost nothing I can do. In my base, I've already surrendered my natural, realizing there's nothing I can do. I'm putting down a Hydralisk den now, instead of going for Mutalisks, realizing I basically need Lurkers. It's my only real tech choice I have. It looks like I slowed down his academy. But all my Zerglings are now dead, and I am obviously hugely behind here. Sai is going to take down my natural expansion, and it was a totally failed attempt here. Although I have to say his because he has gone for a one base build and he built so many Marines, his economy is not stellar at this point. Let's take a look at the counts here. I've got 10 drones, 8 lings, and he has 13 SCVs and 8 Marines. Certainly he's in a much stronger position though. Looks like I put up a sunken colony just to defend my main base, and he is going to be coming up here with his Marines. Will he be able to take down the sunken? I do have about 6 lings here. I think, yes, I do have a speedling upgrade, so looks like I will be able to hold him off for now. Looks like I'm morphing some more Zerglings also. And I am going to briefly be able to push him back here until he gets medics or a firebat out. It looks like I actually am going to go for a surround here and pick off his Marines. So desperate times call for desperate measures, and I believe that was pretty much all I can do. I was almost at the point of giving up on this game, but I usually don't surrender. I'm like Nada. I never surrender. And looks like Sai is still mining just minerals here. He's decided to go for, he probably has stim at this point, I'm guessing. And he's going to be building some, looks like one medic and a couple of Marines. Note that he actually doesn't have many forces in his base at all, so I'm going to be sending out my Zerglings for a raid into his base. But once again, you get to watch some of the worst Zergling control this side of the Atlantic Ocean, or the Pacific Ocean. Nice work there, Cholera, running in and targeting SCVs. And look at this, I don't even target this Firebat, and so all my Zerglings get completely roasted. Kids, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just get in there, and you know, anything is better than what I just did. I don't know what I did. Meanwhile, though, I am researching Lurker aspect here, and I'm working off of one hatchery, of course. Really, I'm in an all-in position. If these Lurkers don't work, obviously it is GG for me. Really, I have like no food count. All my lings are now dead, and in fact, I feel like he can go for a fast push here on my base pretty soon. He is getting a nice force of medic Marines up, so I'm definitely going to need my Lurkers out. Look at that. That Firebat has 5 kills. Certainly he didn't deserve that many kills, but my poor play made it so. Yeah, so like I said, never played competitively in my life. Recently I am playing a little bit more. Usually it's just to get to know the maps, although this game certainly is not on a map that's being played right now. Usually I play on maps like Othello, Colosseum. I played a few games on Troy, but yeah, just to get to know the maps, and also because obviously StarCraft is fun. But usually I try to do rather low-tech strategies if I'm playing Zerg. Sorry, not low-tech, but low macro strategies, because I am just not very good with my macro, as you'll see in some of my later games. Looks like I'm morphing 5 Lurkers here, and this is my chance here to shine, to do some damage onto Psionic. Before he just totally wipes me out with his macro. Looks like I'm sending Lurkers down through the middle path here, which is unlucky for him. He's not going to get to encounter these. And meanwhile, he just has one comsat station up, of course. And I think he actually used a scan on my main base, so he has, you know, he does know that Lurkers are probably going to come, but he doesn't have anything to deal with them just yet because he has no detection in his base, no engineering bay, and he's lost most of his energy. Meanwhile, I am moving in with my Lurkers, and I've got 3 Lurkers burrowed in my natural expansion. They're going to be able to kill off a couple of these medics, but he's running into my base. Meanwhile, though, I do have Lurkers inside of Sai's base, and I'm pounding away at his barracks. I am going to be moving in towards his main base here, but Psionic could go for an all-in rush here on my main. I don't have much, but I think he's also slipping in his control a little bit here. I'm sure he's, you know, not used to playing Terran. Considering it's not his main race, and looks like he's forced to retreat here with his SCVs and the lift, so I definitely have the advantage here, and looks like I'm actually managed to get my Lurkers into my main base, so I have a gigantic lead. Here comes the refugee line of SCVs, poor SCVs, running away from my Lurkers, which are now going to be destroying everything inside of Sai's base. So this game is pretty much, afterwards, I believe the rest of this game is a matter of me trying to find where Psionic is, and then Psionic running away with his buildings and SCVs. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna fast forward this, and because I did win this game, and the rest of it is just a hide and seek game, really. It's pretty funny actually. He built an engineering bay over here. Yeah, there it is. And I think he built a turret somewhere around here, and he managed to hold off that turret for a long time, just from my Lurkers. I actually get a second hatchery in my base finally. I just these Lurkers, I was just not doing anything. As you see, I don't have the highest APM in the world. I have a much higher APM when I'm playing Zerg than any other race because I do like Zerg. That is my main race, I guess. I do burrow some Lurkers. I find his base here. He has that one turret up, and he is gonna be that's gonna be his Alamo here. He's gonna be trying to hold off my forces. Meanwhile, I built some Hydralisks. to try to kill his buildings because I need some anti-air to kill these floating buildings. But Psionic looks like he's going to be trying to go for a nada here, not surrendering until the end. Maybe he'll make a comeback, but looks like he's managed to kill off one of my lurkers actually quite cleverly, and he's actually rushing in and killing my Hydralisks one by one, and I'm too noob to do anything about it. I also think I was also not trying too hard at this point. I'm going for a Spire also. I think just to get Mulus to kill those buildings. It looks like I've actually gotten yeah, those lurkers from his main base are now trapping his forces. He's gonna try to break out, but this is pretty much it for Psionic. And yeah, there's not much to say. I'm gonna try to keep this video under one video length. So this is my first video. I'll be posting, I believe, a Zerg versus Zerg next, or perhaps a Zerg versus Protoss. I do play Protoss in one of the games. Hope you guys enjoy the first installation of Cholera's home games. This wasn't the most exciting game, but the later ones are more exciting and more hilarious also in laughing at my mistakes. Hope you guys enjoyed.